first headliner topic on this edition of the Rock News Roundup podcast, and that is, has the Oasis reunion lineup been revealed? According to the NME, which you can always trust, they have revealed the supposed lineup for the Oasis reunion tour. Again, this is not really confirmed in any sort of way by Oasis. It's not officially confirmed by the band, so it's all just rumors right now. It's speculation, but according to the NME, they know the reunion lineup for the Oasis reunion tour. And if you're an Oasis fan, like, worth your salt, if you're somebody who's been paying attention, this really shouldn't be any surprise to you. And actually, last year, around the time the Oasis reunion was announced, I did a speculation video here on the channel where I speculated about the possible members that could be up there with Liam and Noel when the band gets back together for the reunion shows later this year. It's coming up really soon, in just a few months, when they play their first shows. So let's take a look at the supposed revealed lineup from the NME for the Oasis reunion, and this is as follows. Well, the first couple of members make sense. Liam and Noel Gallagher are going to be there, of course, but then the NME is reporting that Gem Archer, of course, on guitar, is going to be in there as well. Andy Bell is going to be back on bass. Bonehead, Paul Arthurs, is going to be in there as well. And then a little bit of a curveball here for the drummer for the reunion tour. They're saying that Joey Warnker is going to be in the reunion lineup for Oasis. Now, he's a pretty well-known name in the world of rock. He's played with a lot of different bands over the years. He's always been kind of a go-to guy, a go-to session guy, a go-to live guy for a lot of bands, including Liam Gallagher and John Squire on their solo album and tour last year. So that's who they're saying is going to be on drums for this reunion tour. And I think pretty much this lineup is to be expected. I think, pretty much any Oasis fan would guess that these guys would be on stage with the Gallagher brothers when they do the reunion tour. But I'm actually a little bit surprised by some of this, because I'm surprised that Chris Sherrock isn't going to be part of this, because he was part of BDI, he was part of Oasis right before they broke up, and then he's played with Noel Gallagher and the High Flying Birds over the last couple of years as well. I think I was reading some rumors online that he's busy, he's doing something else. So maybe you can let me know in the comments what Chris Sherrock is doing. So I thought that was a little bit surprising, because I thought that he would be, out of all the Oasis drummers that they've had over the years, I feel like Chris Sherrock would be the most likely to be up on stage with Oasis. Of course, taking a look at the other ex-members of Oasis, Tony McCarroll, that's not going to happen. Alan White, I know a lot of fans were really pulling for that. A lot of people really wanted Alan White to be on there, but to be honest, he's not my favorite Oasis drummer. Did a lot of really cool stuff with them, but I really would kind of be disappointed if he was on drums with them. Zach Starkey, I don't think was going to be part of that, even though I think Zach Starkey is the best drummer Oasis ever had. Aside from Steve White, Alan White's brother, when I saw Oasis in 2001 on the tour of Brotherly Love in Toronto, Steve White, Alan White's brother, was on stage with Oasis, and he was awesome. He kicked a lot of ass. I would love to see him play with them. So you know what, the whole drummer situation, they do have a lot to choose from. It's kind of surprising that they're not going with any of the previous drummers that they've had in the band. But Joey Warnker, I've heard he's really great live. I've never seen him live, but it sounds like from what people have told me and what I've seen online, that he's really going to be able to fit the bill. And I know, some fans might be a little bit disappointed that the whole reunion thing is not going to be all the, original, or like all consisting of all original members of Oasis, right? We really, for the reunion to feel, to feel really legitimate, it's like it takes maybe everybody, the recognizable names from the Oasis lineup, to be on stage with them. But like, it's not as bad as maybe people were speculating, because a lot of people were saying, oh, the reunion lineup's just going to be Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds with Liam on vocals, which kind of makes sense, because Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds was made up of ex-Oasis members anyway. It had Noel in it, it had Gem in it, it had Chris Sherrock in it. I don't think they would have brought anybody else from that lineup in for this show, for these tours. So you know what? It's not quite what everybody was saying it was going to be, of Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds, members being up there instead of ex-Oasis members. So you know what? We're going to find out soon either way, right? Because the tour is going to start in July, I believe. It starts in Cardiff, Wales, at the beginning of July. It's already, the middle of March. It's going to be April soon. And then we're only a few months away from the tour starting. So I think like we're going to be finding out more. It's been very, actually kind of disappointingly quiet since the band announced the reunion tour back in the fall, like late summer and fall of last year. It's been a little bit disappointing. Not that I expected them to do much, but they made the announcement. The tour tickets went on sale. They sold out. Everybody got their tickets, or a lot of people got their tickets. Not everybody, but a lot of people got their tickets. And then it's been kind of radio silence from the Gallagher brothers. I know there's a lot going on this behind the scenes. We've seen various spy photos and photos of Noel Gallagher going into studios and doing that kind of thing. And Liam's been kind of joshing around with people on social media, but really nothing official has been coming out ever since then. So we're like in a little bit of a dry period, but I feel like this is the calm before the storm. I really do feel like over the next maybe couple of months, definitely leading up to that show, things are gonna ramp up. I feel like hopefully Noel and Liam will be doing some press. I know that I was hoping that there would be some new music involved, maybe a single or an album, but maybe that's a bigger long shot than a lot of us previously thought. So who knows what's going on right now? The NME has revealed the lineup, even though this is not official by any capacity, has not been confirmed or announced by Oasis themselves. So we're just still going to have to wait and see what's going on there. If there's going to be any more official announcements about anything leading up to the tour, we don't know, but I will be talking about it definitely on the podcast. So definitely be keeping things tuned here to the podcast for all the latest Oasis news.